Resonance podcast with Sally. Dearest love, dearest children, dearest guardians, we welcome you into this sacred space, to the space known as the Roar and Resonance podcast. Within this space, your companion, your fellow soul connection called Sally, we know her as Akandara Lamena Taguera, who is here to support, guide, and hold this lantern to navigate through the shadows into the deepest seed awaiting to bloom, you. Many of you are very much on your path already and have come to sought out community, come to embrace a deeper essence of being, to intricately weave the golden thread of time, space, and existence into this state of being in the flesh body as a cosmic soul. And within this space, we are here to support you. We nurture your growth, nourishing it, tending to it, fertilizing it, and planting new seeds in the garden of you. And within this space, you can find yourself grounded in the flourishing, luscious, bountiful energy of Mother Gaia. You can plant seeds, or you can remove and rehome weeds, all serving a purpose, all in divine timing and divine action. You are not alone in this journey towards remembering the I am. We, along with thousands, a sea of guides and counsels, are here to support you, to support your path. And your path is just beginning. And if you choose to accept us into your being, as we respect that you are a sovereign being who can make the choices necessary for your growth and development and alignment, choices that aligns to you in the present moment into the frequency that you are presently attuned to. And when you are ready to receive, you can call upon us or surrender and receive us in the best way that feels most consensual to you. And we will be there. Lean into this space alongside your fellow family members, your soul members, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, family, terms used in the physical realm, soul lines. They shall journey alongside you. And there is great magic in this space that is brewing, energies that are circulating from all of us and all of you, and that all of us and all of you are all of the one. And we are here to support you in this sacred space. Marakate araskara sarishtake arastukurutuguera na ueroskuyarashta dirstuguyarase rashte arastakaranarataire roso Marakati arashte arastakara sharatarase. Deep breath, my love. Deep breath, my child. We welcome you home. We welcome you home. And we are complete. And so it is. Alright, Sally here. That was a twist. I usually have a structure in how I go about the episodes, but this goes to show that things will unfold as they are meant to unfold, regardless of how much I may try to control the circumstances or you may try to control the circumstances. So I came into this space today with a complete surrender and openness to receive what will best support me as the bridge, the container, the space we call in the space Roar and Resonance, and all of us who are residing in this space at this present moment. So I would like to just thank you to the guardians of this space for a warm welcome home message, and I feel like It's interesting because before entering this space, I've opened up the circle and I've invited in our guides, guardians, guardian angels, archangels, light beings, masters, ascended teachers to enter and hold the space. And as I did that, messages just started to come through as you have witnessed. And here we are. So these are what's so beautiful and so magical and such a blessing offering from the divine is that these messages are all timeless, meaning that they are arriving in you're right on time, and then they're arriving in the time when you call for them. And each of them, what's so unique about each of them is that they all carry their own energetic signature. You hear as you listen through all the different episodes, you can hear the common thread that is woven through all of them, like the tales that you can see the stories kind of in the physical world or in the metaphysical world unfolding. And then the common thread is all about the witnessing of the fullness of our human experiences. So it's revealing truth in a very there will be time when I can feel it. There will be time when truths will come in a way that's like in your face, like, come on now, like no more, like let's get to work kind of thing. And many times too, it will be like, come on, like gentle coaxing, and all of which are all the range of love, right? And all is for the highest, our highest good, our alignment to true north, our timeline creation. So with that, every episode, they carry their own energetic signatures and they are all very activated in their own way, from the messages to the vocal recording of the episodes. So I invite you to just settle in and like be within the space, and even the moments before click and play, or even the moments after, just kind of sit in that stillness and to feel the reverberation of the energies that are coming out, the energetic signatures that are coming out through these episodes. So I'm very curious I'm going to re-listen to it later on too. I'm curious to know what came to your mind as you were listening to the opening message, that ceremonial opening message from the divine. And at this time right now, like I feel a slightly small knot in my higher heart space, the space between your throat and heart chakra. So I would invite us to do some gentle tapping on this space with just, your fingertips as we ground into the space, coming home to self, coming home to all that is. Just gentle tapping on your chest now, up and down your sternum. And begin to tap anywhere else your body is calling for them. I feel a lot of energy kind of going across the heart space, like an expansion of the heart space. I feel more like Aiken energy, so kind of like how after a really good gym session, you're like, yay, feeling really good. Next day, oh gosh, muscles strain. But that, the muscles strain in a way too is to say like, unless there's like a really bad pain that says like, hey, you need to like slow down a little bit. But there's that other type of pain that's like, that your muscles are building. It's just going through the process. So I feel like there's this expansion within the heart space, and these little knots too, some of them feel like stagnant energy, and that just needs a little help moving through, kind of like if you wake up and there's like a bad knot in your neck. If you want to gently press them, you can, but you just be really gentle, be very really nice, soft, gentle, gently tap in, helping that energy moving through. Can you feel how you're the one moving this energy? Can you feel how you're the one transmuting this energy and feeling that the energy is dissipating or moving in a way? We're transmuting and guiding this stuck energy, and we're transmuting this energy. 10:22 as I say that on my clock. The wisdom of today, it's interesting because the wisdom of today comes in the form of the Temperance card, the Temperance energy. And what's beautiful is that there's this, very intricate, delicate interplay. It's like very soft, very magical, very ethereal. Yeah, that's the word. Ethereal. There's an etheric interplay of the sun, the moon, and this golden thread that's in between them. And Temperance in the traditional card is you have 2 cups of water and water. So transmuting the water, some cards they have it like fire and water, but like 2 like almost like oppositional forces, and you're witnessing the fullness of these very, in a way, somewhat disparate things, but then you see how they can be transmuted from one to the other. And what I find that is showing to me right now is that it's showing to me that we are the way shower, to show us that there is a monumental change that is happening as a collective, but also in your own world too. That there's a monumental shift that you are going through. And we have this full moon in Sagittarius coming up on May 23rd. And with every full moon, right, it's illuminating a cycle that is coming to a close, a chapter, a series of things that just no longer serves us, and it's closing. And it's a cause for celebration too, because it served a purpose. As with everything, and as what we've talked about in this space, is the fullness of the human experience, right? Is that the cycle that is closing is serving us in a way, and in a way the full moon serves as a celebration too, where we are celebrating the accomplishments, the lessons, the wisdom, the experience that's gained from these cycles, and we celebrate them. We pay our utmost, deepest gratitude to them. And as we go so this pinnacle, as we navigate from the pinnacle down towards to the new moon, we begin to shed away all the residuals. They feel like spider webs. And we have a very delicate thread, the residual energies that comes up from a closing of a chapter. And with every full moon, it is in direct opposition to the sun. And we had, from what I recall, what's coming up, like level 8 or something like that, solar flares this week. And solar flares cause great disruption in our state of being, like the who we are, who am I energy. And and what's also interesting is that the full moon in Sagittarius, with it being a fire sign, sun, like a lot of solar flare, I think of fire energy. Sagittarius, well, not fire, and like just this immense heat of light energy. And Sagittarius being a fire sign and shooting an arrow forward. And there's this energy of really looking at where you were and where you are now and where you want to be. And in this cycle, right, of where you were, where you are now, where you want to be, where you desire to be, and just simply take a step back and observe how. Have you noticed how you've grown so much? Have you taken the time to acknowledge how much you've grown, and how much more wise you are, and how much you've transmuted, tempered yourself into a wiser, more knowledgeable being? And then with so many planetary movements, I love it in a way. With Pluto in retrograde, there could be a powerful, personal shift, with Pluto retrograded into Capricorn for the next few months until it goes direct into Aquarius late fall. Is that there's going to be some huge Capricorn structure, Earth, right? It's about our foundation. It's the Just feeling into that is there's a shakeup of sorts that's happening in the foundation, in the structures of you, the structures that you once knew, once felt safe and felt comfortable, but no longer resonates with you in this place of being. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's like, quote unquote, quote, bad unquote thing. Rather, it just simply means that it has served its purpose, it has ran its course, and now we can return it home to where it came from. And that is all perfectly fine. And when I'm feeling into this, right, I'm feeling that it's like the ending of generational cycles, generational and personal cycles. So personal cycles meaning our direct relationships with people, places, and things. But then also these big generational cycles that spans, from mother, grandmother, grandfather, father, grandmother, grandfather, like all the lineages before us. And we have some big planets coming in. We have generational planets. I think we have some Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto with their slow moving energy. And then we have personal planets. We have Venus coming in. And all of this is to highlight, with the conjunction that is happening on the day that I am recording this, May 16th, the Sun, Venus, Jupiter, and Uranus are highlighting a growth and expansion, what did I learn kind of energy, a shift in a very deep transformational shift, a shift in our personal relationship with other people, but a deep transformation relationship to ourselves. And we talked about ancestors and blood lineages I think on my previous episodes. And I feel an ending to immediate generational cycles or even lifetimes spanning across time and space. All the lives that you were in, transmuting as you are to where you are now, the way shower, blazing forward, trailblazer, going forward, shooting forward. And it's interesting because what I'm also hearing is that it's happening one way or another, meaning like it's happening collectively. And if you've been aware of this journey and you've been on your path, that recognizing the path that you are on, you'll be able to dance a little bit more gracefully, with a little bit more ease with the divine. And I also feel that for individuals who are starting to be aware or completely unaware or all in between, it may feel like an awkward dance. Some, completely shooken up from this and feeling like an upheaval. Others, a few stub toes later and they'll get into the rhythm. But here what I'm hearing is like invite in more grace, play, and flow. Meaning, I love the structures that I tell in a way. Meaning, be kind to yourself. If you fall down, feel the ground a little longer. Feel how it holds you, feel how it supports you. And when you are ready, rise again, jump up. And a hand is going to be there to pull you up, be it your own, the divine, or another. Or if you are stubbing toes, laugh, be joyful, have fun. And if you are feeling pulled from one way or another due to like different responsibilities, can you follow the flow and the rhythm? Or can you ground yourself? And what I offer is, can you offer yourself an extra moment of pause? We often, when it comes to our relationships, right? Somebody says something mean or hurtful, and then especially people who've been on their path, they're like, okay, let me, I'll give you a little bit more grace. I'll give you more time to pause. I'll give you this and that. And I'm like, you're just having we understand, we see you. But when it comes to ourselves and given that level of grace, we're like the last person on the list to give ourselves that grace. So in this instance, though, for today, let's just talk about in this energetic circle and for the energies of the today, whenever you're listening to it, can you offer yourself that pause first? Meaning, can you give yourself that moment of grace first before anybody else? You give yourself first. And I feel some tremors happening, earthquakes happening to shake things up, shaking the foundation up, meaning a lot of deep transformational kind of things happening within our energy circles. And what's happening, with this deep transformational energy that's going through all of us right now, right? There's an opportunity, as with every transformation, there's healing. Which also means that it's happening for us in the best intentions, for our highest good. Somewhere along this path that you've been on, you called for it. But that doesn't mean that it's an easy pill to swallow. Even as you feel tired, empty, running low on energy, those are also signs that your body is calling for you to turn inward, to feel the safety of you in the confine of your own chrysalis. And your external expression of this deep desire, this want, this need to turn inward can come in the shape of setting boundaries with yourself, for maybe wanting to say yes for fear of hurting another person, letting others down. In other words, people-pleasing tendencies, and just overexerting yourself, overextending yourself, as well as boundaries with other people, delegating them tasks to do and to give you the space you need. And when you are running on empty and your water reserve is empty, right, then how can you afford to fill anyone else's cup? How can you arrive in fullness with complete presence in an interaction? That is why it's so important to turn inward and nurture yourself first. And that doesn't mean you have to, if you need a whole day, take a whole day. If you need 5 hours for some reason coming up, then you need to take that 5 hour, right, for you to just have your own do not disturb time. And I feel like when you do have that, right, when you are able to nurture yourself first, you'll be able to arrive in fullness and wholeness of all that you are to other people. And Jupiter is in conjunction to the Sun, Venus, and Uranus, all in the sign of Taurus, the love, joy, beauty, and desires of your life. What's dampening those desires, and can you learn from those lessons and then learn to navigate Are you ready to go away from things that are dampening your desires and enter into a space of understanding what expands those desires, and can you invite more of that into your life? So in a way, today offers you an opportunity, right, to step back and assess what is true, what is in most alignment, what resonates with the deepest part of you, what lights you up and turn you on, and make new choices to put yourself first. And it's a very conscious choice. Sometimes it's also what you need the most during your journey is to take that break and only focus on you for a change. And I feel like that's a lot to unpack today. Thank you, universe. And Thursday, the day I'm recording this, is the day of Zeus, very structured and very I also feel an energy being Taurus energy, very physical too. So there are things happening right before our eyes that we don't feel like it aligns to us, and it's like, all right, can we take a moment to set boundaries and not have these things happen in our life anymore? And I especially feel like there are so many moments I can remember in my own life where I wished I had said something but didn't. Now, as I'm learning how to overcome the freeze response or my human animalistic responses, right, is like, how can I invite more of this conscious effort to be like, in these moments when something is not going well, somebody's doing something or saying something that just doesn't align, could be hurtful for the person that is receiving it, myself, or hearing it happen to somebody else. How can I arrive in more fullness with more presence in those moments? And I feel for myself personally on this journey, what I've realized is that for me to arrive in fullness, I must understand myself. I must understand the fullness and depth of myself, the inner workings of why I do the things that I do and why I say the things that I say. And it's through understanding the depths of who I am, through the path of remembering who I am, then I can really figure out my own voice, right? I can understand my own voice, my own roar in my life. And let that roar resound to every single corner of the world. That's also what my soul name means too. It's so beautifully aligned. And it is interesting because, and then what happens is that you recognize that these paths and these patterns of, like, I'm in my own journey, I can imagine and can feel that other people are going through similar circumstances. It may not be the exact same people or exact same scenarios, but it's a thread, a pattern that is very much resonating across the collective. And I know that many people are searching for home, or are searching for who they are, searching for community. And when I think of that way, when I feel into that, then I know definitely that I am not alone in this journey, that there are so many who are also on this path of remembering who they are and what they truly want in their life, what really lights them up. And that just continues to be a motivator for me. Like, I'm not alone on this path, but let me be that. I'm going to continue this path, continue to choose me, because what I wish for and the legacy I wish to leave behind is to mirror to all those who I encounter, to everyone who I meet. Okay, what's so beautiful, I just saw 747 on the stapler, is that I want to mirror to all the people who are here that they too can be, they too can choose themselves. They can choose them, they can follow their desires, they can follow their dreams, and they can just be, and that by being is more than enough. Just that, because by being, you recognize in the divineness within you, that you are a cosmic galaxy. And I'm constantly amazed just by the depth within whole essence of a human being. I do look forward. I have this grand plan that I hope to be able to meet all of my soul family member in person one day, or virtually, however it might be, but to truly come. And right now I see your energy and I can feel your energy, but I am so excited for all of that to further expand. Ooh, those are all the messages that I have for you today. I'm laughing because that was a lot of messages. Oh, I love you so much. So let's take a moment to close out circle now. And I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Or if you want to reach out to me and email, my email is also in my bio. All right, let's close out circle. Thank you to the wisdom of the Temperance card for showing us the way in transforming the below to the above to the below, the within to the without, and the without to the within. Thank you to Mother Gaia for holding us and keeping us grounded. Thank you to our guides, guardians of the sacred space, for loving us as we are, protecting, guiding us, and welcoming us home with loving arms. Thank you to you. Thank you to you for choosing to be here and choosing you. Thank you to me for choosing to live in alignment to my life path and purpose. Thank you to all of us on this path of remembrance. We are complete, we are alive, we are divine, and so it is. Until next time, my heart, my soul, my everything. The light in me sees the light in you, and I love you so much. Bye, guys. And we also closed the episode with 10:44 on the clock. Such a beautiful ending. Thank you all.